Well, my coach says that you have to have levity even when things are tough. Because here's what is tough is that most women entrepreneur, consultant, coaches, they want to become more visible. And at the same time, I hear so much again and again and again that, it's scary to become visible. If you don't know me yet, I'm Angelique Binet. I'm the founder of Social Media Love, and I help women entrepreneurs to believe, to have a successful kind of adventure on social media. And one of the key to this is actually to learn how to love your fear of becoming visible online by sharing your voice, your ideas, your stories, your irresistible offers to sell, right? Your beliefs, your leadership, and your expertise. So in this video, how to increase online visibility, we're going to talk about things that are social media related, but we got to start with what we got to start with because it's always where it starts, right? And maybe I'm going to put number one, it's the mindset. So why did I choose to start with mindset? Because, and tell me when you watch the replay, I want to know, do you have fear of, first pushing the button? There is always, even me with a background in TV journalism, I was a TV journalist. Even when I push the button for Facebook and YouTube Live and even the podcast, I always have that little itch. Oh, I'm going live. And then it starts to cut the breathing here. Not anymore as much, but it used to, right? And I still have this actually when I go on stage in person with a big room in front of me, which we don't have a lot right now, but it happens to me that my breathing is because the fear is coming. So let's talk about the fear. This is, right now, I don't know if I told you before, I'm going through a very, very personal journey with a coach around my mindset. It's called, actually, if you want to check it out, it's called Mind Magic. So it's about business, but it's also about your own journey. So what I've been learning deeper and deeper is that fear that we have within us, each time we try to do something new, it's completely natural because our body, mind are set up in a way that we have to be kept safe so that nothing can kill us, basically. So each time we go outside of our zone of comfort, and you always hear, I need to go outside of my zone of comfort, then you feel that fear, right? And it's a good sign because it means that you are ready to go to the next level of who you are as a woman, as a business leader, as with your business, right? So for me today, I want to share with you and, with my clients when we work in the Audience DNA Lab, the 12-week program, and even with my one-on-one clients, the number one thing we have to work with is to go embrace the fear of showing up and stopping making those excuses day after day that you don't have time to post, don't have time to do live, that, it's not the right time, that there is this, there is that. We all do this, right? And even some days, I'm like, even today, I was very aware, like I had a big day talking about advertising, talking about campaigns that are coming up for organization I work for. And I'm like, oh, how am I going to have the energy to empower those ladies who are going to be watching this video to really, become a new version of themselves online? And I'm like, oh, maybe I should wait tomorrow. I'm like, So once you're aware that the fear, the resistance, the kind of excuses, the voices that are saying, oh, you should wait, there is always an excuse, it's probably a sign that you just need to go for it, right? Because it's amazing. Like, I'm so happy to be sharing what I'm sharing with you, because you know what? When you get visible, you get more clients, and there is no doubt about that. The mindset is number one. So learn to recognize that this fear and those resistance that the fear kind of showing up generates are totally normal, and you are not the only one. And they're actually a good sign that you have to do it, right? And the second thing is that at the mindset level, to become more visible, sharing more of your voice, daring to do that offer, like, I want you to join in my 12-week program. Sometimes it's really hard. And right now I'm working on making that program a group program. And I'm like struggling talking about it because it's new to me. It used to be a one-on-one program, and now it's going to be a group program. So you're going to hear a lot about it. So kind of pushing yourself to talk, share your voice, your beliefs, your ideas, your insights, your offers, and your expertise. So tonight, I'm going to share with you at the strategy level that one way to, so I want to finish. Number one, the fear thing has to be supported with a personal commitment to yourself, because social media marketing is not a short story. It's a long-term activity. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to do the work relentlessly, even on the days you're tired, even on the days that you feel that your fear is bigger. You are always stronger than your fear, because remember the reason why you started that business. It was about that dream you still have, your vision, your mission, right? The power of our mission is stronger than our fears and our resistance. So the mindset is one thing, bam. Number two, the strategy. One way to become visible. And the reason why you want to become visible is because by being visible, you actually establish your authority. We are in a world where we can get anything, anywhere we want, especially online. We can learn from the best of the best, but who's going to win, right? So the one who's going to win first needs to show up, because if you don't show up, people won't know you exist. Number two, when you get visible, then by sharing your voice, your ideas, your insights, your personality at the end of the day, then going to make the difference, because some people are going to relate to you more than others, and you're going to showcase your expertise. The expertise is actually one of the easiest way to build that online digital authority, because by showcasing your expertise, number one, it's less scary for you because you know what you're talking about. Even if you have the fear that you're going to say something wrong, that your competitor's going to watch you and criticize you, that troll's going to get on your comments and stuff like that. So the authority through the expertise is going to be easy for you. So one thing that I'm going to share with you that we do with our clients and students is that we put in place expertise funnel. So this means that, this is an example here. Every week, I show up with a new tutorial where I teach you something you can implement right away. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. And I always give you a free resource so that you can download it, so that it helps you to go and implement right away what I teach you. So I want you to think in your niche, in your business, how can you help your audience right now to get a win, a new success, a little transformation? Right after that video, you'll see I give you actually a checklist that you can implement right away, and I'll explain later. But at the strategy level, you have to think of, what do you want at the end? Once your authority is established, when people are watching you, following you, downloading your stuff, interacting with you, what do you want at the end? You want them to become your clients. So if you're a coach, a consultant, probably you want them to come to your webinars, or maybe you have other type of conversion events, and you want them to buy your packages, coaching, training, programs. So what is it that today you can take your phone, show up on a Facebook Live, on an Instagram Live, on a LinkedIn Live, or all together? There are tools to do that. You can do live all at once, which is really cool. That's what we're doing today. What is the thing you could teach every week to showcase your expertise, number one, and number two, to actually help people for real? You hear give value, give value, give value. This is what I mean. So once you do that, regularly, constantly, once a week, whatever, you choose the frequency and you stick to it, then this is when you're going to become more visible, right? And then people are going to notice that you show up. Like no matter what, whether it snows or rains, you show up, right? So this is it gives a sense of what type of coach you are. You stick around. You don't go outside when, you don't, you stick around. You're loyal to your audience. So this is key. And then when you deliver some free stuff that they can download, not only you grow your email list because they give you their email in exchange of something free you give to them so that they can start the work, the free work they can do with you, and they can actually experiment, how good you are, how cool it is to interact with you. And then they want more and more and more, and then they want to buy from you. So sometimes it takes 5 to 23 times before someone, wants to buy for you. This is why you can't just show up every few weeks. You have to show up constantly. And then when you show up constantly, you build audiences, and you can actually amplify this with Facebook ads, Instagram ads, or any type of ads that you use on social media. So that's the other layer, right? When you work with me in the Audience DNA Lab, we put your foundation first. What is it that you do on social media to become more visible, build that authority to the point that people are exchanging information with you and they get into your sales system, eventually become your clients, right? We call that sales funnel as well. So that's your strategy. I want you to think, okay, I'm going to build a regular kind of rendezvous with my audience every week where I'm going to deliver the best I can so that they can grow personally, professionally, spiritually, financially, whatever is your expertise, right? So my goal for you is that you become more visible so that you become more profitable. So how do you do that? So that was my strategy here. Key strategy. Now the tactic. I want to give you, I should actually put that in the comments on Facebook. And then if you're on YouTube, I will put that link in the description. No worries. I just need to find, oops. Here we go. Voilà. So in the description, you'll see, you're like, why are you putting this in the description, Angelique? Because it says, here's your video checklist for realtors. I'm not a realtor, you may not be, and that's okay. So in this thing that I gave you as a bonus today, the reason why it's called the realtor, because I find it's always an amazing example to work with realtors, because when you sell a house or buy a house, you need so many other things. And the reason why I'm putting this out there is because no matter what is your niche, what are the other topics that are around your niche that could allow you to invite some guests to be interviewed on your Facebook, Instagram, wherever platform you do your Facebook Live or record a video or podcast or blog, whatever you choose to become your core content every week to showcase your expertise. So one way to do it, especially when you're not very comfortable online, live, maybe you have a guest and you're not alone. So this list, you'll see, I like it because it shows who a realtor can invite to his or her Facebook show or YouTube show based on all the things that a house buyer needs. So you need a landscaper, you probably need expertise in plumbing, in roofing, in heating, in design, decor, whatever. So in your niche, if someone works with you, what else do they need? So why is it strategic and tactical at the same time? Because listen to this, go back to your realtor. I'm buying a house and I see that my realtor is having a Facebook Live with a plumber because there is a new technology about plumbing in 2021 that is cheaper and better for the environment. I don't know, I'm just making it up. So here we go. Look at this. That plumber and that realtor gonna share each other live to their respective audiences. So now the realtor is gonna be put in front of the plumber audience on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, wherever, and vice versa. Guess what? New leads gonna come from other people. So by having guests on your weekly show, whether it's video, article, or a podcast, gonna help you to become more visible in front of new audiences, the audiences of your guest. So that's very strategic and very tactical. Plus, you're not alone when you do your videos. You have a guest. So grab the list and you'll see there are 20 ideas for the realtor. I want you to go through the list and figure out who are your 20 guests for the next 20 weeks. How cool is this? So that's a start to get you, online and then starting to share your expertise while inviting guests that have kind of complementary expertise. Plus, it brings you visibility among other audiences for free. Then when you're ready, you can come and see me and then see if the Audience DNA Lab is for you, because we built that foundation that's gonna allow you after this to connect with your email list and to use Facebook ads to amplify your message and exponentially widen your audiences. I hope it helps you. I hope you feel inspired that increasing your visibility is number one, a commitment to work on yourself, a strategy so that you set up your authority through sharing your expertise by having a consistent presence online. And number three, that I forgot to remove here, is your tactical, with those interviews that I explained to you that are strategic and very, you'll see, impactful. I hope it's good, that you love it. I would love a comment. I want to hear what is the thing you're gonna try. And if you think of a friend, a colleague who needs to hear this, please, you know what to do. Ciao, ciao.